Hey, I'm Gary from Hydroponics in York Springs, Pennsylvania. We also have a store in Maryland called All Good Garden Supply. If you're near us, come visit us. Today we're setting up an LED light in this grow tent here, and there's a lot about LED lights. People keep asking me all kinds of stuff, and you can pretty much drive yourself crazy trying to pick one out. This is a horticultural lighting group, HLG550 r-Spec. It pulls 500 watts from the wall, and it's an awesome light. Lighting has come a long way since we opened our store 10 years ago. Back then it was talking about lumens, you know, how bright can something be, because you figure the brighter it is, the better it's going to be, and it's just not like that really. You can have a 1,000,000 watt light with the wrong spectrum and your plants are going to do crappy. This LED light is pretty much awesome. I love it. I was never a fan of LED lights, honestly. We sold stealth LED way back in the day. Those things broke down like crazy. They had the purple and blue stuff going on. Science has come so far on the stuff, and it's still evolving. People are coming in and telling me about the next new thing, and I'm like, you know, this works. That's all I got to say. I'm not saying you got to go buy one of these exactly. There's tons of different lights out there. There's Cobb style LEDs, which are pretty much the same panel, just crunched down into a little tiny unit. This was created by Johnson Grow Lights. I heard about them on the Heavy Tea Grow Show way back, and I think it was Steve Johnson was his name. He called it the light emitting surface, and it's something I've never seen before, and I was like, wow, that's really awesome. And this puts out what I would call a white light, but these guys through the years have fine-tuned their spectrum and really got the stuff down. It's not like some of the cheap knockoffs out there. They've got their spectrum dialed in. I could go on for hours on this video about all the technicalities with lighting. There's PPFs, which is the photonic energy that the plants receive. You got micromoles, which is the actual wavelengths the plant gets. You got your PAR, you know, all that stuff. Like I said, you can drive yourself crazy looking for a grow light. This thing, I'm not endorsed by them. They don't give me these for free or nothing. Like, I just really respect them guys. They pretty much teamed up with some other people and started the horticultural lighting group. They're making these in America now. He bought the machine that makes these boards. These boards have multi-spectrum diodes in them, so all together this thing just rocks. Pulls 500 watts from the wall. It is dimmable. Comes with a little screwdriver here. Actually, I'll show you that. On the back here we got our power supply. So right underneath this little round thing is the dimmer for this. Get customers coming in and ask me about it. Stick the screwdriver in there, you can dim it down halfway, and yeah, awesome light. We're gonna be hanging it up in this 4x4 tent here. They come with ratchet ropes. Let's see, comes with a set of ratchet ropes, and it comes with some nice heavy-duty hanging hardware here. They always throw in something free. Like this time we got Overgrow. That's by Optic Foliar. I've also seen them throw in Mammoth and a few other things over the past year that we've been selling these. There's a lot of junk out there with LEDs and a lot of lies, and I mean it. They're like, it's almost criminal, some of the things I'm reading on the Jungle website. You know, it's, you know, 2,000 watt LED for 150 bucks. I mean, when you read stuff like that, go to the bad reviews. Just go start there and start reading, because the real growers who try that stuff, they're like, this is junk. Anyway, I'm gonna get this thing hooked up in here. This will cover in a grow tent, a 4x4 grow tent. This thing is perfect. Like, you pretty much can't put anything else in there. A 5x5, I've seen it done, you know, as long as you're in a tent, because that little edge around it just won't barely get that covered. This one is passive cooled. I'm taking these off because I'm going to do a 4-point hang here. I'm actually going to have to go grab another set of ratchets from the shelf, but I'm going to have 4 ratchet ropes on this. Alright, I'll be right back when I grab some ratchets. Alright, yeah, I grabbed another set of ratchet ropes off the shelf here. We are a full service store. We got everything you need here if you ever need stuff. If you got questions or anything, the best way to get a hold of us is through our email. Because the phone, I just can't be on the phone all day long. I'm going to do a 4-point hang on this thing. So altogether, I'm going to use 4 ratchet ropes. That'll allow me to lower the light down. This light's so bright, like you can almost just plug it, stick it on the ceiling, and be done with it. But it's nice to be able to get the light down, especially if you got to maintain your carbon filter, or if you got some really small plants and you just want to like veg them out. This is full spectrum too, so you can technically use it the whole way through. Yeah, on your ratchet ropes, you want the part that has the big piece down by the light. That way you can pull this cord and get it raised up. I think I'm going to go ahead and avoid taking, I'm going to take these little short pieces off. No real need for them for what I'm doing. Alright, now I'm going to go get a cart. I'm going to set this on the cart. That way it can be down. That way I can jack it up easier. Alright, so pretty much I'm going to wrap this around the bar. And then I'm just going to tie it off underneath the bar like that. You can also zip tie these on there. Something like that. I've seen people go from the corners in here. I've seen people just use 2 ratchets. That's totally fine too. It's just we have the carbon filter up here, so I don't want to put any pressure on the carbon filter. I kind of want that to stay where it's at. So I got the 2 bars up here spaced out evenly for the light. So there's the first one. Are a little different than what I'm used to. Alright, so I got everything ready. So now it's where I'm going to start jacking them up. I'm just going to get it up there slowly but surely. The ratchet ropes hold about 150 pounds per set. So technically these 4 ropes could hold 300 pounds if you wanted them to. Pretty good stuff. A lot of different brands out there of those. Alright, before I get it way up in there, I'm gonna go get the power cord run out. That way that is out of fun and makes it a little bit easier. Alright, I got my carbon filter right over the top of the ballast. That way it's going to suck some of the heat out. Alright, these cords I would wrap them up real nice. And then that way they're out of your way. And then it's time to turn this bad boy on. Alright, got my cords run. I've got my ratchets all nicely wrapped up and tucked away up there. I did get this thing nicely centered in here. So something else that I really like to be in my gardens. The 2-foot marks like right in the middle that way. And right in the middle that way. So I've seen a lot of LED lights that it's like a real long bar, but the bar's only like that wide. It's like, what do you do with that? You gotta have 2 of them to even do a tent. So this thing is like the sun up there. Cord ports are all good to go. So it's time to turn this thing on. Alright, got our power cords here ready to go. This is a big light. I'm going to get out my safety glasses here. You should always have some grow glasses in your garden. The lights, they mess your eyes up. Like, I'm in my 40s now, and I like to keep what I got. So anyway, r-Spec, 500 watts. This thing equals about 850 watts of high-product sodium per yield in the test that we ran. So here is nothing. All right, the plant height, how close I have it to your plants. This light I recommend about 2 feet away, so keep that in mind. You can dim it down and get it closer if you need to. At about 18 inches max, I've seen the chlorophyll getting bleached out of the top leaves of plants. So this is a serious intense light. It is passive cool too, so if you have any problems with heat, I've had some customers just clip a clip-on fan to the light itself and just blow on the backside, and that helps it keep cool and keeps it from getting hot. So yeah, that is one bright light. You can see some of the strips coming down here of the red. That's what made it the r-Spec. They wanted to just add a touch more red to it. Awesome light. I have customers that have had all 3 versions of these and don't see a whole lot of difference in growth. So, you know, if you got one of the older versions, you're still an awesome light. Just go with it. We do sell these on our website, of course. You know, I do these videos to help you, but it'd be nice if some people buy these from us. And our price is pretty good on them. This is part of our ultimate grow tent that we're doing, and the next video we're going to have our fall hydroponics system in here, which is an awesome hydroponics system made for grow tents. You should check that out if you haven't seen it. And we're going to be hooking a chiller up to that because we get a lot of questions on the chillers. So hey, I want to thank you for watching. I'm Gary from Hydroponics, York Springs, Pennsylvania. We got a store in Maryland called All Good Garden Supply. Follow us, share our videos, subscribe, do all that, and we will see you next time. Peace.